A little treat here for the WWE fans. A little bit of music for you.
I've had enough. I'll make them say they'll never take another drop of blood from me. And judge you all one final bow. I'll be your end of days.
They never use mellow West Coast
They
rock,
don't, do they?
for
There's
some
very,
reason?
very little easy listening. Mike Flowers pops, anything like that, used for ring entrance music. Nothing laid back.
Not really,
But
no.
that, you know, what would be the point?
No, it's high energy. That's
Of course
the whole
it is.
point of it. Of course it is.
So that's the music that Wade Barrett enters the ring to, and he joins us now. Good afternoon, Wade.
Hello, how you doing, guys? Thanks for having us on.
Pleasure. It's great to speak to a star of the WWE. Supports Preston North End. There can't be many, I wouldn't think.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one out here. I'm trying to convert a few others. We need all the support we can get, but I'm the only one at the moment.
Have you got to see any football out there? Any, let's say soccer. We'll play the game as the Americans do. Have you got to see any games out there?
It's pretty tough out here, actually. My schedule, I'm pretty much on the road constantly. I usually get my Wednesday nights at home, so Champions League is usually my best bet, so I try and keep up with that. But in terms of watching the Premiership and obviously Preston games, it's incredibly difficult for me. I usually just come home to the UK for just a handful of days a year while we're on tour, and while we're out there, we're kind of non-stop doing promotions and wrestling and stuff like that. So it's very difficult for me to even get to games while I'm on tour.
Wow.
But yeah, I try and keep up as much as I can, kind of online. It's the great thing about the world we live in these days. It kind of makes things a lot easier to catch up on YouTube with the goals and stuff like that, and find out what's going on with the team on Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's kind of lucky I live in this era rather than 20 years ago when it would have been impossible.
Vince McMahon's a big Rochdale fan. You may not know that.
No, I didn't know he was a Rochdale fan. We did speak to Simon Grayson, though, the other day, your new manager, Wade, and he's
cool.
He's pretty confident. He sounded like he was right up for it. So I think that's been
Good,
pretty well received, that.
Yeah, definitely. All the Preston fans seem to be very optimistic. I mean, it's been a tough few years as a Preston fan. It's kind of been a slow rot and a slow descent down the leagues as a PMA fan for the last 5 years or so. And I think there's definitely a lot of optimism there. I think we've got a good squad from what I can tell at the moment, a lot of hard-working guys. And I think Grayson could be the guy to get us out of this division again. I know he's taken a couple of clubs up from it in the past. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. There seems to be definitely a buzz about the team and a buzz about the club again, and hopefully he'll take us forward.
Over the years, we've spoken to a lot of wrestlers, WWE wrestlers on this show, and people like Hulk Hogan. So we have a massive respect for you because although it's showbiz entertainment, you have to be incredibly fit and incredibly strong. And he, as Hulk told us the last time he was in, he's never completed a fight without getting some sort of injury.
Yeah, I think it's inevitable just by the kind of things we do in the ring that you're going to get bumps and bruises at the very least. I mean, I've broken my nose probably 10 to 15 times in my life. I'd say at least 5 of them have been through wrestling. I've torn my lat muscle before I've been out for 9 months. Probably about a year ago, I snapped my arm on a live match, broke it, and I was out for 6 months. I had to have surgery. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I mean, what we do is entertainment first and foremost, but there's certainly a kind of stunt emphasis on that, and yeah, that's part of the nature of the game. It's pretty dangerous, but I mean, we do what we love, and we do it to entertain the fans. So as long as they're watching, we'll do our best to entertain them.
So you're going to be back in the UK in the next couple of months, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be over in April. We've got WrestleMania coming up on the 7th of April, which is our biggest show of the year. That's out in the States, and then kind of immediately following that, we come over to Europe for 2 weeks, where our entire roster is going to be touring across Europe with a real emphasis on the UK. We're going to be hitting all the big cities in the UK. I haven't got the exact dates to hand here, but you can find them on the WWE website. But for me personally, that's always the highlight of my year, coming over to the UK. The 2 times a year we come over and performing for the British fans. Obviously, I perform mainly in the States now, but I started off in the UK years and years ago, kind of wrestling in bingo halls and community centres and stuff like that, in front of sometimes crowds as small as 15 or 20 people. And, it's great to go back and wrestle in the UK again, and all the people who I was telling 9 or 10 years ago that I was going to be this wrestler in WWE. It's great to go along and get them tickets and time to come and watch me and see how far I've gone now.
Fantastic. Well, look, we look forward to seeing you over here, Wade. All the best. Good to talk to you.
Cool. Thank you very much for having us on. Appreciate it.
You take care. That's Wade Barrett there. He's going to be over, as he said, throughout April. You can catch him in Belfast, Glasgow, Dublin, Newcastle, Birmingham, Sheffield, Cardiff, 2 London dates, and in Nottingham as well. And you can watch WrestleMania 29 live and exclusive on Sky Sports box office at midnight on Sunday, the 7th of April. Yes.